All right, as we are getting this match underway, I would love to take this opportunity to have a special introduction. We've got a third man in the booth right now, Mr. Ben Kovacs. He's the general manager of Flow Grappling. He's going to join us for a couple matches here. Ben, welcome to the commentary show.
Thanks for having me.
Super excited that you're here. Now, as these guys get started, we're going to do our best to call the action. We've got some questions for you, too. We're feeling a little nosy today. So we've got a couple questions we're going to get into. But I also wanted to mention that these guys, this is a pretty unique matchup, right, Sean? I mean, these guys are coming in as social media superstars. They're going to, I think, give us a little information about what it looks like to go from fan to athlete on the Who's Number One show. Is that right?
Yeah, Ben, do you want to touch a little bit more on that with the sort of the nature of this match? I mean, they are two friends, right? I had heard that one of them was like, no, I don't want to do it, but okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, Ryan was pretty reluctant to do it at first, probably a better friend than Carson apparently, but Carson just would do anything to get on Who's Number One. So I actually brought Carson to the last Who's Number One, sort of as a fan, brought him out. He got to meet a bunch of his heroes. He's a big Owen Jones fan, and he had a great time, and I thought, hey, let's get him on the next card. Let's get him against another YouTuber. Let's see if these guys can actually make some really cool content after the fight and give fans a sneak peek of what it's like behind the scenes here at Who's Number One.
Man, that's awesome. It's funny because one of the things we love to see is when the athletes are creating a lot of content around what we do here to let fans in on what that's like. But these guys are professionals, so it's a different level. I'm really excited to see how that turns out.
Yeah, and I think these guys kind of represent a little bit of the new age, if you will, of jiu-jitsu, right? They're creators first, they're wrestlers first, they're no-gi first, and they have exciting styles. Fans really love them, so it's different, I think, than how a lot of us got into jiu-jitsu, like Sean and I, very gi first, right? Old school.
Yeah,
this
same
is the new
here.
wave.
It's just a kid on the mats thrown in a gi, and good luck.
I was trying to leave you out of the old guy conversation.
Yeah, well,
I guess I dated myself a little there.
Well, I mean, the skills are showing through here. Ryan has a nice double leg right there and got around the guard, and now he's in a cradle. He's got Carson locked up in a cradle.
Yeah, we saw a nice double, little guillotine defense action, but hard to keep that guillotine locked in when someone comes around to side control. I think an accidental knee to the chin there. Now, Ben, we wanted to talk a little bit about why you're jumping in with us. I know as a new general manager of Flow, what got you interested in taking over that role in the first place?
Well, I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 19 years. I think like many of us, it changed my life pretty tremendously. I started a jiu-jitsu nonprofit called Guardian 10 years ago. We give kids free jiu-jitsu around the world. And when I kind of looked at what was going on with Flow, I thought it's actually not that dissimilar. It's like, how do we grow our sport? How do we get more people into it? How do we get more kids into it? How do we make it more exciting? And it all kind of dovetails together. And obviously, Flow Grappling's the best, in my opinion, platform out there in the world to do that.
Whoa, big lift off there. Almost came into our table.
That would not be the first.
No, and probably not the last.
No, definitely not. But yeah, Ben, I love what you were saying. And also, we chatted before you were here, and I really enjoyed what you were talking about, bringing, sort of unifying everyone in jiu-jitsu and opening up the floodgates for that sort of come together, let's all compete and be able to do whatever we want in competitions and the best fight the best.
Yeah, last year was sort of the division of the sport, right? You had CJI and ADCC and everything that happened there. And this year, I think it's about, at least on the Flow perspective, bringing it back together. You know, we don't want to see jiu-jitsu become a monopoly. We don't want one company to, be able to lock people up in exclusive contracts. Fans should get to see their favorite athletes fight. Athletes should get to make the most amount of money possible and fight in the most diverse promotions possible. And that's what it's all about this year, right?
Yeah, I love that, really. Then you get the best fighting the best. And that is always made for some epic championship battles throughout jiu-jitsu history.
Man, saw some good action right there from Carson. Was looking to pass, maybe come over the top. He had a lock on the top side arm, fell back off. But love that both of these guys are really fighting forward. They're submission hunting. They're shooting on those big wrist takedowns. We got, I think this is an ankle lock here. Don't quite have the angle for it.
Yeah, he lifted him right into the inside Senkaku. So he's got the leg weave locked up.
Oh, he does.
He's going to have to separate the legs. So I would assume that he's going to want to put the left arm through the middle, separate the legs, and then go right there for that cross heel hook.
Comes all the way free. Oh!
Nearly a flying leg lock. I told you they're going to see a flying leg lock.
You did tell me. Oh, off back to the head again. Can't say these guys aren't submission hunters.
Yeah, they're on a frantic pace at the moment, which is fun for us to see.
I mean, this is the kind of matches we want here, right? I mean,
Yes.
if you look at Ruotolo and Tackett at CJI, nobody lost that fight.
Yeah, that's
and I think that's the way we want people thinking about this, especially for these undercards, these fights that are supposed to be more fun. You know, there's not a belt on the line here. So yeah, this is exactly the type of action we want to see.
Well, and along those lines, Ben, you know, we talked a little bit about this before, but how do we, in your opinion, how do we grow the sport? How do we make it interesting for non-grapplers? That's the challenge. I know this match plays a part in that, but is that what you have in mind?
Well, I think a lot of people say that, right? They say, how do we get the non-jiu-jitsu fan in? But to be honest, I don't think a lot of the jiu-jitsu promotions are getting the actual jiu-jitsu fans in even. I mean, so many people that I know that love to train aren't even excited to watch the matches. They don't even know they're on in some cases. So I think we actually have to make them more exciting just to get the grapplers in there.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's now Carson's getting some of his own medicine right now. He's in the leg weave. Now we see Ryan probably trying to thread the right foot through. It's going to go for a straight foot lock first. But to untie these legs, you might want to think about passing the secondary leg to the other side just to keep control over it. That when Carson tried to separate the legs, if Carson's right leg comes out of there.
Red.
Oh.
We've seen 2 red judges' favors in a row. As a reminder, we've mentioned this before, it's not necessarily a scoring system. It doesn't determine who's going to win the match, but it lets you know what's on the judge's mind as they're watching this, which way they see it leaning.
He's still on having that secondary leg. And that was what Carson there is going to try to really hit a true leg lace. You can knee bar inside there. He's got to fix your angle a little bit and expose the heel. But then see, once that secondary leg goes away, all the defenses start. So
much easier to clear the knee line, right?
That's right. That's why I recommend passing the secondary leg to the other side. Oh, that's a nice double.
Oh, big double. Heads on the outside, though. Oh, for a second, I had a look at a guillotine. But now a knee cut coming in. Man.
So Ryan has a big YouTube channel where he does the give me $100, I'll give you $100 if you take me down. And so one of the jokes going into this match was Carson was talking to him before the match saying, hey, if I take you down, I'm getting that $100. So it looks like he may have just won it right there.
I think I might challenge him next. That sounds fun. That's my next goal. Man, big pressure here with, I believe, double underhooks. Can't the other side, but I believe double underhooks. Really high mount. Such a great way to defend any sort of hip escaping or bringing the elbow connection to the knee, which is what people need on bottom, of course, to escape.
Nice. And Ben, I do love what you've done with the Guardian program. And can you elaborate just a little bit more about what you were saying? Like, is it the togetherness that you're trying to create, that similar sort of event that happens with Guardian in our sport?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think so many people want to give back. So many people love training. So many people want to see kids get in the sport. If you talk to people who do jiu-jitsu, they almost all say, I wish I would have started earlier. So that's a pretty simple concept, but I think even at the highest level, it's the same thing, right? There's a camaraderie. Even the athletes the last few days that are here doing the weigh-ins and stuff, people love each other, right? They're friends for the most part. It's an amazing sport that brings people together no matter where you train. You can go around the world and do that. And, you know, like I said before, I don't want to see this become an exclusive sport, right? I don't want to see this somewhere where, you know, you can't watch your favorite athletes fight. You got a deep submission here. I should stop talking.
Rear naked choke. It's a little over the chin, but it can definitely be finished by this. But look at, almost trying to finish from the mount there. But, man, Ryan bringing his left butterfly hook in was genius, able to save him just enough. And maybe on a leg of his own. Short time here, 15 seconds.
Trying a cross heel hook there to try to drop in on it. And this match has been action-packed. There he is, almost at the end. Another cross heel hook. He's got the heel.
Oh, he's got a deep bite there.
Yeah.
Man, what a good match.
What a great match. And like I said, like you had said, I think that's what everyone loves to see. Just two athletes letting it all hang out, and everybody wins. The fans win that way. There was a nice slide by to that foot sweep in the very beginning. There was a near $100 right there, you know, from that slide by.
We saw a lot of great wrestling in this match, didn't we?
I mean, I don't envy the judges here because the first two judges' decisions went to red, but Carson kind of dominated the end of that fight a little bit. So.
And our rule set is based around deep submission attempts, right? That rear naked choke right there was probably the deepest submission attempt we saw throughout the match from where I'm sitting.
There's a takedown.
Oh yeah, that was the pass that led him into strong control, and there's that rear naked choke right at the end. He ended up blocking it up fully. Got some good squeeze on there, but was able to roll through, put his back flat on the mat, and stay safe. We're gonna get a look at what the judges did decide. We have an official decision. We're gonna take it to the center of the mat to find out.
After 9 minutes of back and forth action, we go to the judges, who render their decision for the blue corner, Carson Kinetti.
And just like you said, that rear naked